Alright everybody, here's the Undead Alliance. We got Tomb Guard. Looks like 3 of them. We're going to have some Blood Knights, a lot of zombies, 5 of them. And then we're going to have 2 Skeleton Archers. Make that 3. The Blessed Legion of Cath is going to be included. We're going to be looking at a Corpse Guard with an Unholy Lodestone, 2 White Kings, single unit of Black Knights on the left flank, and then up in the air we got a Blood Dragon Vampire Lord. This Blood Dragon Vampire Lord be flying his zombie dragon. So other than that, got Archon the Black and the Sphinx of Usek. Very popular pick in today's tournament. Now coming over here to the other players' sides, we're going to see the Dwarf and Skaven army I think we've seen before, which is going to be Skaven Slave Spears. We got Norgrimling's Ironbreakers, 2 Longbeards, 2 Dwarf Warriors. Got the Plague Priest on top of that chariot. We got the Poison Wind Mortars. And then for the heavy hitting Death Squad, we have 2 Hellpit Abominations, Felix, Gotrek, and then we're also going to be looking at Deathmaster Snitch and an Eshin Sorcerer. Eshin Sorcerer will be bringing with him what appears to be Armor of Darkness for that extra armor and missile resistance to all units in the area of effect, and that's very powerful when you're putting it on top of like Gotrek, Deathmaster Snitch, and 2 Hellpit Abominations who normally have pretty low armor values. I have a Rune Lord in here as well with all the runes, and that's going to round out the force. Same teams a lot, so same tactics a lot. Yeah, it's the meta. Yeah, unfortunately, I guess we're just gonna... Well, no, not unfortunately. It's good. I mean, this is just the first playoffs we've ever seen for a 2v2 tournament. That I've done, at least. So, I'm sure, like, yeah, this is the case this playoffs, but maybe next time we'll see some Norska Greenskin Alliance players get through. I've seen a lot of those in the replays we've watched over the past few weeks and months. So, just so happens that this is the playstyle. One team here, in particular Clan Han, just loves the Dwarf Skaven Alliance, and I have to say they've been using it very, very well, and this is the army they beat an Undead Alliance with last time, so we'll see if they can get around to it. But there goes the first Spirit Leech on top of the Poison Wind Mortars. And will it kill any models? I don't know if it will. That would be very, very valuable if it did, but it looks like... Oh, wait, one model did just die off. So, yeah, maybe over some time, those Spirit Leeches will actually just really pay off. And that first round of mortars didn't connect with anything. So far, so good for the Undead Alliance. And the Poison Wind Mortars are going to actually begin to pull back and going to cease to fire because I think they recognize that another Spirit Leech will really start damaging their health, and there's no healing on the side of the Dwarf Skaven Alliance. So I have to say that use of Spirit Leech is absolutely perfect in this scenario. Right now we're going to see a summon going down here, try to harass these Poison Wind Mortars, and there goes the second Spirit Leech. They already lost a model like immediately, down to 7 models. We'll see if they lose any more. Yeah, that's so much damage. They're actually going to start routing now. And this may be the opportunity that the Undead Alliance needs to get rid of these Poison Wind Mortars for good. And here comes a big breath. And oh, it's going on the Norgrimling's Ironbreakers, and it did a lot of work, and I loved that decision. I absolutely loved that decision. ODM Chosen One, thank you for the subscription. You are the man. But yeah, killing a lot of models, taking off about 1/3 of their health almost, guys. That's significant value, and so far Undead Alliance is approaching this fight very, very intelligently as far as I'm concerned, and they're focusing on the Poison Wind Mortars, knowing they are an extreme threat to their infantry. And here comes another zombie summon just to harass these guys and prevent them you know, from getting off the fire that they would like to, because they have to keep running away and reacting to these summons, to these breaths, to these Spirit Leeches. And there goes the last Spirit Leech, and and not the last one of the game for sure, but I mean, it definitely looks like it may be the last one these Poison Wind Mortars can sustain before their leadership is just going to be completely broken. They're routing, they're very low on health, and they still have 6 models, but yeah, they're down to 300 something health now, so they are probably going to be out for the fight as long as they can keep some pressure up. And now the Skeleton Archers are coming forward, and putting the pressure onto the Skaven leadership squad to come out to them, because they've dealt with the Poison Wind Mortars, which is the only range units to speak of in this army. And so now it looks like the Dwarf and Skaven armies have to push through. I like their path of pushing through, sticking to the forest, trying to negate the incoming missile fire here from these 3 different skeleton archer units. But nonetheless, the undead, I think, in a very strong position here in the early game. They've definitely been getting the better of these trades, just sacrificing 2 summons to take care of a 900 gold unit in the Poison Wind Mortars. Also that breath too, getting plenty of value on top of these guys. Alright, zombies are pushing forward. They're not charging out or anything, they're just coming forward, and it looks like the Iron Breakers are going to come out and throw a bunch of blasting charges into them, and I think that's a huge lost opportunity. Save those blasting charges for the Tomb Guard. Don't go on to fire at will, and it looks like they are on fire at will, and they're just going to kill zombies. Which, yeah, that kind of hurts to see. You know, zombies are the last of your worries if you're an Ironbreaker. And now we're just going to be seeing a very nice concave formation getting formed up here. Archers going to be kind of spread around like that, firing into this center here. And it looks like the rats are going to be coming out of the forest now, but Blood Knights are going to dive in here to plug that hole with the support of some Tomb Guard. And we'll see how long they can hold up here. I mean, clearly the Hellpit Abominations are just super powerful. And we're actually going to be seeing these Blood Knights just getting crumped quite well. Black Knights diving in here. I didn't realize there was 2 of them, but they're diving in on the Clan Rat summons, allowing those Skeleton Archers to continue firing away. And they're just making a pincushion out of this Hellpit Abomination, keeping the fire up. This is one of those scenarios where we actually don't want to shift targets because these guys do have regeneration. You just want to try to kill one off, because as soon as you kill it off, that's just value. You know, that is just like they're gone, they can't be used anymore. If you let them live, kind of like trolls or anything else with regeneration, they can really come back to bite your ass in the late game. However, over here, the Sphinx of Usep is now in combat with them. Hellpit Abominations have fire weakness, so the Sphinx of Usep is going to do very well against them, but it's getting 3v1 because you have Deathmaster Snitch over here as well. So I think it's going to wisely be pulling out of that combat. Nordgrimling's Ironbreakers are here, kind of stuck, and a big breath coming in here from the Vampire Lord. And now this Hellpit Abomination may go down for the count. This is the decisive moment. Will the Sphinx of Usep be able to deal with it? It actually, yeah, there goes a big hit on top of it. Deathmaster Snitch just coming over here though. And it looks like a Spirit Leech is going on top of that Hellpit Abomination just to make sure it dies. But oh, too ugly to, or too horrible to die. Just got popped, and that Hellpit Abomination regained quite a lot of health, but it looks like the Vampire Lord will try to stay on top of it and make sure he doesn't come back. The second Hellpit Abomination in the meantime is getting made to be a pincushion just like the last. Black Knights are doing a great job protecting the back line from the Clan Rats. That time they haven't charged in or anything, but at least they are there. And once again, just want to point this out. Look at this concave formation. Everything firing into this center and just deleting the Hellpit Abominations while they have these lovely Black Knights, relatively cheap infantry, to stay back here and take down summons. And as long as these archers are on, you know, guard mode, they'll keep on firing. They never rout. And so the Clan Rats can be fighting them all they want, but the Blood Knights are going to kill them, and these guys are going to keep firing. And balance of power is starting to get more even, though. You know, Deathmaster Snitch and his Hellpit Abominations still have a lot of killing power. This Hellpit Abomination is actually running away from Blood Knights. And the Sphinx of Usep is actually going to turn around. I disagree. Keep the Sphinx of Usep on top of it. Looks like they're having split decision, but I think the Blood Knights may get killed by it, and the Sphinx of Usep will make sure it's a very one-sided fight indeed. Over here, other Hellpit Abomination still getting focus fired. Going to see another summon of Clan Rats coming down here. Deathmaster Snitch is going to pin him in place. Black Knights are coming in to try to counter the movement before the heroes can get on top of their Vampire Lord. And he's actually going to begin to pull out of the blob right now, so he should be just fine. Oh, Hellpit Abomination, will you survive? Too horrible to die may pop, unless it's already been popped. Oh, yeah, he's losing it. He's losing it. There it goes. Too horrible to die popping, giving him another big amount of HP to chew through for the Vampire Coast Tomb King Alliance. And then checking in on the combat over here, Helped Abomination has been taken out. It is routing, and the Blood Knights should make sure it doesn't come back or possibly kill it. Balance of Power is actually going against the Undead now, though. So, time to see what happens, but some of these archers are out of ammunition, and that may be what's tipping the scales here. I'm going to see another summon coming in, and now that there's nothing to shoot down these Hell Pit Abominations, or this Hell Pit Abomination singular, I should say, Undead got to be careful, but there goes another summon, this time from Archon the Black, and the Sphinx of Usep is coming back into the fight, so if the Vampire Lord and the Sphinx can start double teaming these huge monsters, then they may be able to finish this fight. But the balance of power is getting against them, so they need to do it quickly. And, oh boy, there goes a big hit on top of the Plague Priest. Over here, going to be seeing Invocation of the Heck upgraded going down here to heal up the Sphinx of Usep as well. And, yeah, these guys are going to start pulling out. Will we see a breath right here? No, we're going to see him immediately turn around, dive back in. Helm of Discord has been popped, and the Sphinx of Usep and the Dragon Lord are just diving in, desperately trying to kill him, but they need to be careful. Sniksh is down here, as is Gotrek, Felix, and the Rune Lord, and this is one of those things where that hero squad can, if you're pinned in place, they can decimate the Sphinx of Usep and the Vampire Lord. They need to be careful, otherwise they may throw this game here. Blood Knights have come back. Tell me that is the Hell Pit Abomination. No, Skaven Slave Spears. What the hell were they doing back there? Over here. Alright, there we go. Looks like the Vampire Lord and the Sphinx of Usep are in combat. On the other side of the blob from Gotrek, Felix, and Grombrindle, though. Or sorry, not Grombrindle, Thorgrim, or the Rune Lord. White Kings are in combat. It looks like both of them, or at least just one of them that's still alive. No, both of them are still alive, so that's going to help out a lot too. But Gotrek is coming over here to bully on one of them, make sure they die off quickly. I don't know if there's any more breaths here, but I imagine if there were, we would see him by now. There goes another Invocation of Nehek upgraded. Once again, I'm just really not liking them diving into these blobs to take free damage. There we go. Get out of here. Oh, friendly fire on top of the Skaven Slave Spears. Sphinx of Usep needs to get out of there. Uh-oh. It may die right here. Alright, Dragon playing defense, blocking for him. Going into the Hell Pit Abomination. Hell Pit Abomination taking a ton of damage, but the Dragon Lord is too. Will he? Oh no, the Blood Dragon Lord just got netted in place with the Deathmaster Sigil. Hell Pit Abomination popping too horrible to die. And that could be the straw that broke the camel back. And now we're going to be seeing the Dwarf and the Skaven with an epic comeback. Oh my god. Yeah, the Sphinx of Usep is about to die. He needs to just run away. Run away, run away. Is he going to be able to, though? He's crumbling, debilitated, 628 HP, and now he's already coming back for a fight. No, you got to keep him alive. Those single entities, those little single infantry units are going to crush him. And look at him. He just, yeah, that was a huge misplay that I think may cost them the game completely. Because, yeah, I mean, how do you... Your White Kings are now getting killed off. And you still have this full health Death Squad of Deathmaster Sniksh, Thorgrim, the Rune Lord, Gotrek, and Felix. Like, balance of power is probably just going to lead to them crumbling out of existence now. Whereas if he would have, excuse me, had the Necro Sphinx here right now, he could have healed them up and really brought the balance of power back to him. No. Yeah, so that's going to be a GG. Well played. And a close battle, but damn. Undead faction going to lose to the Dwarf and Skaven once again. It's like I don't know if they forgot about him and just started underestimating the Hero Death Squad, but every time that Vampire Lord dove in there, every time that Sphinx Boost have dove in there, they were just letting them get free damage. And that really threw the game there in the end. I think they were in a very strong position, especially in those initial engagements. No, right now there was 4 different factions in that fight. Fear Engine. So it was Tomb Kings and Vampire Counts facing off against the Dwarfs and Skaven. Oh, V-Claw, thank you. I didn't catch that part of the message. I just saw the notification, but thank you for gifting that sub to Chosen One. I appreciate that very, very much. Sorry, I just barely saw that. You are the man. I appreciate you for donating that sub. Oh, gotcha. Cool. Just saw that late. Yeah, that was a really close match, and I thought the Undead factions had it there, but you can't underestimate the Hero Squad here.